say what they can't radio.
Welcome back to the Arena Podcast, the place for all entrepreneurs and artists to come and bring awareness to their brand, business, and or talents. Me being an entrepreneur / artist myself, I, Hoodie Frankliano, made it my business to create the ultimate platform for all of us to grow together. So I hit up Gut Check, brought in Pebbles for that strong woman opinion, and together we bring you the Arena Podcast. But this is much more than a podcast. It's a networking community. So now that you're here, you part of the family. And family support is the most important support because in most cases, the family is the first to show love and help the awareness stretch. So make sure you follow us on IG at The Arena Podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search The Arena ! Podcast. Make sure you type that exclamation point. To submit music or book an interview, send us an email at thearenapodcast18@gmail.com. Business owners, ask about our extremely affordable sponsorship programs. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy the show. This is Hoodie Frankliano.
This is Classy Pebbles.
And you're listening to
The Arena Podcast.
Hey, yeah. It's Cloud Ray. Never thought you'd be the one to bandwagon. Always had your support, didn't matter where. You and me went through a battle. Cold recession, had the luck of a father who was never there. I really prayed it would bring us together. Fact of the matter is, Big Bro will always be here. Such a shame when I needed you the most. You cut me in my throat, turned your back like you didn't care. Oh well, who was to blame? Up until now I had nothing to say. Oh well, I know what you think. I cannot decide the way you wanna handle things, but you caused pain for me. Replace me for a fake disease. The one you held so faithfully. Only loved you, cause they hated me. Can't you feel it? Maybe you just don't wanna know. You need some healing. I hope that you receive it. We need some time to be fine. Okay, yeah. We need the space to remind us.
Hoodie Frankliano here.
Classy Pebbles.
Still locked in. Said we got a nice event here going on. You feel me? Artists came. They stopped their tour to come check in with the Arena Podcast. Y'all know how much that means to me right here, man. Might bring one tear to my eye. You feel me? Shout out to Cloud Ray. What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
No
Yo,
doubt.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. So again, you know, the floor is all yours today. We letting the people get to know y'all. Let us know what's going on with you. Give some insight to these new artists that's trying to follow in your footsteps and everything. So for you, we're gonna start from the beginning as well. When did the music become your how should I say it, your main passion?
Yeah, man. Listen, I always knew since I was young that I wanted to do music.
Okay.
And I think that really kind of set me apart at a very young age from all the other kids around me.
Okay.
You know, at 8 years old, while everybody was going outside to play, whether it was foursquare, jump rope, or kickball at recess, I was inside writing songs or lyrics to the songs I heard on the radio. And at the time, I didn't consciously think like, oh, I'm doing this because I want to be in music. It was just something that subconsciously emerged. And in that regard, I look at it as a calling. Ever since, you know, I became habitual with that, I tried to involve myself in anything musical. I just naturally gravitated towards anything that I could do. But eventually, you know, at 16 years old, decided I wanted to go to school full time for music.
Okay.
So by the time I graduated high school, I got out and I went to iTech Audio in Clifton, New Jersey. Shout out to iTech, Wilkes Figueroa. And there I learned all about audio engineering, production, songwriting, music business.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you definitely got an advantage over a lot of artists because you understand the music, like
not just as a writer,
Right.
but as a producer, everything,
Yeah.
engineering, everything.
All the roles.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. So how many projects do you have out officially?
Officially, I have a one major project out, and I have, I believe, 3 or 4 singles.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. And now, are you doing everything by yourself as far as recording and producing beats, everything, or what?
So while I have the ability to do that,
Yeah.
I actually find it so important to have a team, to outsource, have
Okay.
another set of eyes, have
Okay.
another set of ears, have another set of brains in the room to, really input creativity and make something wholesome. I don't think that success really happens in this world alone anyway. So
Right.
I find it important to involve people and collaborate in that sense.
Absolutely. You gotta look at it like a car, pretty much. You have one,
Yeah.
the car is one thing, but once you look under the hood, there's so many pieces working together
Yeah.
to get that thing to go forward. So
I agree.
that's dope. That's dope. So, you are somebody that can, if you wanted to, but you're like, nah, we're gonna make sure that we give the people the best that we have to offer
Yeah.
and bring in everybody that can help.
Right.
That's solid. That's solid. So, how do you feel about yourself now as an artist compared to when you just was getting going at 16, let's say?
Wow. Well, needless to say, I've come a long way. I mean, it's been quite a journey. I think when I first started out, I didn't have a lot of great guidance initially because I was pursuing music unprofessionally. And it wasn't until I started getting into school and really learning fully about all of the different elements of this industry that I made the choice to pursue it professionally. And
Okay.
even then, artistry wasn't my main focus.
Okay.
I got out of school and I was a recording engineer, producer and songwriter. So I was in those roles primarily before stepping into the limelight as an artist.
Gotcha.
And I learned so much along the way. So without any of that experience, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be, the music that I have out now wouldn't sound the way that it does. And I wouldn't feel as confident that I have a message and a story to tell people to connect. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How would you describe yourself as an artist, though?
Wow.
Just by the little bit of that song we just played,
Yeah.
there was some vocals in there, some bars,
Yeah.
so how would you describe yourself?
I definitely bring two worlds together. I typically try to balance two different elements that don't normally work together and somehow make it work. But overall, I think I would say that I have a lot of depth to me, and at the same time, I'm energetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So, we want to go with this, Pebbles, because we have you're somewhat of an accomplished person sitting
For
here with
real.
us.
Seriously.
And want to let the people get the full experience of you as a person and an
Yeah.
artist as well. So talk about a few of your accomplishments.
Wow. Well, my first project, Urban City Elegance, it's an EP. It has 5 songs, and I put it out in August of 2022.
Okay.
So this was right at the very end of COVID. And, I didn't know if anybody was going to like it, listen to it, share it, anything.
Okay.
And I didn't really have much promo. I didn't have a budget to work with. Thankfully, the producer that I was working with, he's 2 times platinum industry producer. Shout out to Treadway. He's had some notable industry credits. And through him, I was able to not only learn a lot, but he was able to push through his connects, people in labels and distributors about, I have this project coming up. And the project actually exceeded over 1 million streams within
There
the
it is.
first year.
That's what I was getting
That's a big
to. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
1 million.
I said, wait a minute. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Okay.
And I mean, I ended up receiving messages on Instagram about people saying, yo, I love your music. You're so different. People reaching out, come to my city. I want to see you perform. And so that was another big thing for me that ended up snowballing off of the 1 million streams. I was able to now go on tour. And I ended up doing that for probably like 4 or 5 months in 2023. And throughout that time, I wasn't expecting to have any kind of people show up to my show or to see me perform.
Okay.
And I was so surprised that people actually came out to see me, and some people would pull me aside and say, hey, I've traveled from 3 states away just to see you
Okay.
perform tonight.
Nice.
Like, I did not expect this kind of interaction with me as an artist or my music.
Okay.
So overall, I just really, really was blown away.
And the tour, you were headlining the tour.
So no, I wasn't. I wasn't headlining the tour.
Okay.
But I was one of the featured acts on this
Gotcha.
tour. Yeah.
But to still hear people saying they coming to see you, and you ain't even headlining, that's even more major.
Really? I mean, blown away. I couldn't believe it. So
That's
yeah.
dope. That's dope. Yeah, I wanted you to bring up that 1 million, and the road to that 1 million.
Yeah.
And you said it wasn't even like you put a lot behind it because you didn't have a big budget.
Right.
It just happened to be that record that was resonating.
Yeah.
And
no
then,
music videos, no promo material. I mean, we had.
So this is just strictly put it up on like Spotify, all those platforms.
Yeah.
And it went off.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, I did what I could as far as promoting it for free.
Of
If it's
course.
free, it's for me. You feel me? Like,
Facts.
I'm gonna do
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
So,
$3.99.
you're $3.99, exactly. So, I definitely did what I could as far as all of the outlets that I could put it on to promote it and have it be free. But realistically, I didn't have much of a budget at all, and then anything I did have was put into going on tour and
Nice.
performing. Yeah.
Nice. So talk about the tour a little bit. Like, got any funny stories?
Oh
or
yeah.
Some crazy experiences? What's going on this tour, man?
Wow. So last year, I want to say in June, July, I was heading over to, it was probably in June because BET Awards happened in LA in June last year.
Okay.
And so we were heading there from Arizona. I think we had to hit a few of the northern parts of Cali before we headed down to LA. But yeah, we were in Arizona, and the plan was to stay there for a few days before heading to, Sacramento and all the other places in Cali. And we stayed in a really grand tour house. I mean, I'm talking about the backyard was a golfing, it was a golfing community, and you could literally walk out and go play golf.
That's crazy.
It was
Okay,
amazing.
okay.
However, the first night we ended up staying there, in the middle of the night, it seemed like everybody heard the shower running with the door open, which we thought was strange because why would someone shower with the door open, right? Close the door. so, after about 3 hours of that sound playing, finally,
What?
yeah, one of our tour staff actually, left their room to find out what was going on and found that the whole entire second floor of the house was flooding. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So the tour house was flooding on the second floor. Now this tour manager is waking everybody up. Come on, we got to protect our luggage and electrical equipment. Everybody
Really?
move out. And people are waking up thinking, oh, we have a water park. Let's splash around in the water. Oh, God. When I tell you,
Sounds like a nightmare.
when I tell you there were people splashing around barefooted in the leaking septic water.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Like,
And
Yes.
crazy disgusting. Like,
Yeah,
that's
very
wild.
nasty. Yeah. Truly disgusting. People's luggages were coated in all of the septic water, damaged clothing. It was truly terrible. But to make matters worse, and to complete this story, we ended up having to leave because a hole in the ceiling formed, and it formed right on top of a garage opener. So there was
Okay.
possibility for an electrical fire.
Yeah, for real.
We get in the tour van and everybody's upset because we all obviously could not take a shower.
Right.
So we're all smelling.
Yeah.
And then we're traveling through the Sedona Desert to get to California, and the AC in the tour van breaks.
Man, everything going.
And that was an 8-hour drive. Yeah. So we're not only upset, stinky, and without AC, but we're all crying because
Right.
there's nothing we can do. We just have to keep
Damn.
going. The show doesn't end. So, it was a crazy experience.
Keep going and
Yeah.
finish off the tour. Can't just shut it down because
Yeah.
of that. See, so there's some determination in that story too. So
Yeah.
that's key right there. Got to be strong-willed.
You got to be strong-willed. Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause like
absolutely.
they say, God is great, but the devil work a little harder.
Oh, my God.
That's fire. That's
Yeah,
fire.
man.
So let's talk about your new project, and this song "Drip" is off the new project. That's on the way, or
So this is a standalone single that was
Okay.
originally slated to be on Urban City Elegance.
Okay.
But my producer, who was also my executive producer, he and some of the other people who were involved in making the final decisions on the project decided, you know what, this doesn't really fit in with the story of what Urban City Elegance is telling. And because it's the first project, we don't want to push something out and have like a confused reception. So we waited, and I'm glad we did, because we had to go through several different artists on this record. This record, we believed it was cursed. We just couldn't find, it was just a constant battle of wrong place, wrong time. And finally, you know, I had on tour, I had met Tati Dior at the Houston Loud Music press junket. And I was so thankful that I met her. I got to see her perform, and her sound, her image, her brand, her energy on the stage matched everything that I needed for this song. So I talked to my manager and I said, hey, you know, I think we got to reach out to her and see if she'll be willing to hop on the track. And we sent it out to her. And within the hour, she tried to call us several times, and then she texted us back and was like, I am on board.
Nice.
Send me all of the information. So truly blessed to have Tati Dior. She's so talented, such a beautiful image, a brand. And again, she was perfect for the record.
Okay. Is she from Jersey as well?
No, she's actually a Houston, Texas native.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So let's get into it for the people. This is Cloud Ray featuring Tati Dior. Drip.
Yeah, she get the first class treatment. Unlimited bottles of Perrier drinking. Slurp, so sleazy. I'm a peach, I think that I'm wet dreaming. Wow, she dope. Bad bitch headed down to her toes on the Louis red soles. So cold. And she told me that I ought to know. She said I'm bad, I'm feisty. Bills paid wherever I go, cause I'm too fair. I'm shiesty. Better keep that shit on the low. Got a Birkin bag with diamonds and that 24 karat gold. When you see me on the gram, just like it. They paying 20,000 a post.
I'm a bad bitch, might be a savage. Make it look effortless, that's how I work that. Got the glitz and the glam and the fashion. Energy on preschool, everything's first class. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you think you know me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that it's okay to approach me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you my bitch, you my homie. Don't think cause I got the drip, that don't think cause I got the drip, that you think you know me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you could touch up on me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you could be my only. Don't think cause I got the drip,
She turn heads when she pull up in the Lambo. Spiked head, Billy Idol with the hairdo. You think you calling the shots, it's what you can't do. She a top gunner like she related to Tom Cruise. She got that drip, that make the dudes go crazy. She got that wet, yeah, that juicy, baby. The girl got a neck and wrist on froze. Ice all on her body, keeping her cold. She warm weather in the winter, tropic cold. She a power trip, no J. Cole. So baby, can I get a minute? Cause you a diamond, I really wanna spend it. No other girl on my mind, I'll admit it. You and me walking through the fire just to hit it. Baby rocking double D's with the crop top fashion over jeans. And I wanna get in between, but she don't want nothing to do with me.
I'm a bad bitch, might be a savage. Make it look effortless, that's how I work that. Got the glitz and the glam and the fashion. Energy on preschool, everything's first class. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you think you know me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that it's okay to approach me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you my bitch, you my homie. Don't think cause I got the drip, that don't think cause I got the drip, that you think you know me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you could touch up on me. Don't think cause I got the drip, that you could be my only. Don't think cause I got the drip,
Yeah, I like that right there.
Yo, I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's fire. That's high energy over that.
Yeah.
I don't know about the
Triple
other
fire
artists.
right
You
there.
said you went through several artists before you got
Look,
to that
that was
one.
worth the
Yeah.
wait.
For
That
real.
was worth the wait.
Thank
Have
you.
the
For
same
real.
energy, same vibe. Like
That's
killed
fire.
that.
Thank you.
Check out
Definitely killed
the
that.
cover of that.
Ooh,
That's dope
I
right
like
there.
that. And like I said to you earlier, you got the drip for the day.
Yeah,
So
you feel
definitely
me?
matching
That's
that vibe.
That's lit.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
show out. For sure.
I really like that record right there. We definitely, and I see why you was like, nah, let's just make this a a single by itself
Oh,
because
Yeah.
it got to be
Definitely
doing
stands
well
out
too.
separated too. So
Yeah.
That's dope.
And you put the hot sauce on it. I have to ask you Hispanic too, because
No.
no. Oh wow. Okay.
Everybody say
Sorry,
that. It's okay.
I just hear like that salsa, that fuego in there. So
Yeah. No, I appreciate
you.
you.
Definitely could tell you got that from the school and everything that you've been working on with the journey. So
Thank you. Yeah.
that's
yeah.
lit.
And another thing, like as well as what we said about Jay, applies to you as well. Like y'all not letting your area define your sound.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You listening to these records, you can't just be like, oh, this artist from there or from there, and that's fire. You got to keep it like that. Like, don't be boxed in. Like,
Right.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Think
Well,
outside.
not
the
saying
box.
to you, 'cause
And-
obviously you already-
Yeah,
but
you're
those
already all
listening.
over. But
Yeah,
it's great
yeah.
to grab and kind of gravitate to everything around you and put it out there. Really
Yeah.
genuine. You can hear it.
For
Thank
real.
you.
You're welcome.
That's dope. So talk about this tour that we in the middle of right now. Like, how did you even
Yeah.
put all of this together? You got some great artists with you.
Yeah, they're truly amazing, man. Super talented all around. They got
For
great
real.
teams, great stage presence, great music. And, we're actually still at the very beginning of this tour. It's just pretty much started for us.
Okay,
And,
okay.
right now we're just focused on getting ourselves out there in a way of visibility, being able to connect with people more than just our music.
Got you.
I think the music is a catalyst for who we are. And I think people love music, but people also really connect and love other people. So I thought it was really important to put something together that reflected that. And at the same time, gave everyone an opportunity to show like, yeah, I'm a person, but I also can do this on the stage.
Facts. That's dope. That's dope. All right, let's talk about these big bottles real quick before we play some games in here.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Vera Wang Party. Thank you for sponsoring. We love your liquor. It's definitely delicious, very smooth. Make sure if you looking to have a good time, you pick yourself up some Vera Wang Party.
That's dope. That's dope. Tonight's episode is sponsored by To The Most Clothing. You get a chance to leave here with a t-shirt if you win this game, okay? So the name of the game is Real Talk or Nah.
Okay.
All right, you're kind of familiar because you've been here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to explain the rules again so everybody clear. So Real Talk or Nah means I got 3 statements here. One of them is real talk, and you have to pick which one is real talk. And when I say real talk, I mean it's an actual fact. But you got to be careful because the other 2 statements might be close to a fact. I might have switched a word or a number to throw you off.
Okay.
Feel me?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So first statement is Skittles were first manufactured in the UK in 1985. Second statement is Samuel L. Jackson first leading role was in Pulp Fiction. And the third statement is the world's oldest cat lived to 38 years and 3 days.
Wow. Okay. So I got
those is
a nice
real talk.
selection of things here.
Completely random. We all over the place with the facts.
Yeah. So, all right. I don't, something about the cats. Cats have, I feel like they got more than 9 lives. I feel like they go through so much and they be creaky and old and just be living still. But, but I don't know about 38 years. So I'm going to have to say nah for that. I wish I followed Samuel L. Jackson's career a little further than Pulp Fiction if he has been in movies before that. But I know that he's in that movie. And then what was the first one?
Skittles were first manufactured in the UK in 1985.
Okay. Dang. I don't really know, man. I don't really know. Shout out to the UK. I was just out there this year, first time ever, on tour. That was amazing. I didn't learn anything about Skittles out there, so
After you was thinking about Skittles while you was out there, huh?
Yeah, I gotta pay attention next time I go. So I'm gonna say right now, my knowledge is that there's nothing that I learned about Skittles in the UK, so I'm gonna say nah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Samuel L. Jackson with Pulp Fiction is real talk. Damn! Oh!
That was probably the closest
Oh man.
That was the closest. But real talk or nah, the world's oldest cat lived to 38 years.
Yo, shout out to that cat. Wait a minute, that's crazy.
That's real talk.
Like you said, the cat had more than 9 lives on it. I'm like, what?
38 years is wild crazy.
That's wild crazy.
So Samuel L. Jackson's first leading role was in a movie called Together for Days, which came out in 1972.
Oh, okay.
Then he did a bunch of side roles, and then Pulp Fiction
was his
like,
main role. Okay.
you
Yeah.
know, so that was, I think the judges would say give you
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Judges
that
would
was
say
a hard one. Okay, that was a hard one.
It was.
Judges would say give you that one. And then Skittles were manufactured in the UK, but in 1974.
Okay.
So even earlier than.
Shout out to the
85.
innovation over there, overseas, over the big
So
pond.
pass him this one right here. This is actually a new design.
Wow.
That's on the way from To the Most
Oh
Clothing.
my gosh. What this says? This says black is gold.
Black
I
is
love
gold,
that.
so, you know,
Yo, shout out to the most. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
no doubt.
Welcome.
And shout out to you for coming through. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Let the people know
Thank
where they
you.
can tap in with you if they
Yes.
would like to.
Thank you to the Arena Podcast. Thank you guys for having me. It's been a pleasure. Everybody watching, you could find me on all socials at Cloud Ray Music, or you could Google me, Cloud Ray Music. You can find me there. Or you could visit my website, www.cloudraymusic.com. But let's connect at my next show. Until then, stay blessed, stay lit, and one love.